an aspiring Christian writer who is so eager and excited to do all that God has called you to do, but you just feel stuck. You feel like this writing should be fun and wonderful, and it doesn't feel that way. You have a draft, but you don't know if it's any good. You don't know how to publish. You're not sure what the publishing process even is. You are in the right place. Hi, my name is Carolyn Wiley, and I help faith driven writers gain confidence, clarity, and a clear roadmap to turn their God given stories into impactful books. And today we're going to be diving into the 5 common mistakes that aspiring Christian writers make that can take them out of that publishing path and into that mud where they stay stuck. So I want to make sure that those mistakes don't happen to you. All right, are you ready for these 5 mistakes? Now, if you've ever felt stuck or overwhelmed or unsure of your next step, then stick with me because I'm here to help. Because not only are we going to go through these mistakes, I'm going to give you some very practical tips on how to avoid them. And if you already are in them, how to get out of it. All right, you ready? Let's get going. Mistake number 1, neglecting a consistent writing routine. Ugh, I know. I know. I know. Everybody hears this advice. Well, you have to actually write if you're going to be a writer. And it's advice that just sucks. Like nobody wants to hear that. But the truth is that many aspiring writers romanticize writing as sitting in that beautiful beach house, staring out the picture window, the waves gently rolling on the beach as they're clickety clacking on their keyboard. And y'all, that is a very beautiful romantic picture. And I pray that every single one of you, myself included, one day get to experience that. But that is not the reality of most writers' lives. We are squeezing in 30 minutes of writing between child pickup, school drop off, running around, doing laundry, cooking dinner, paying bills, having 100 things to do at work, having a 9 to 5 job, doing all of these other things in the middle of having to squeeze writing into our daily life. That's what actual writing looks like. So if your writing consistently looks like only showing up for 20 minutes a day, that's amazing. You will get there so much faster than someone who every few years sits down for a weekend at that beautiful beach house. Okay? So keep showing up. Here's what you can do. Schedule your writing time like it is an appointment with God. Because if He's given you this message, then you are obeying Him in writing it. So He'll give you that discipline to sit down and to write it. Remove distractions. Turn off the phone. Tell hubby that he's got to take care of the kids right now. Um, have dinner already planned, cooked. Wake up 30 minutes early, wait until the kids are in bed, do it on your lunch break. There's all kind of things, but remove those distractions, remove the notifications. Set a timer and write. Do that every day for 90 days and you're going to have a book. Okay? That's what it takes. It takes that daily showing up. And doing that consistently will build confidence in your writing ability. So I want you to comment below, are you going to show up today and write? Are you going to do it? Mistake number 2, lack of clear target audience understanding. This seems a little like out there. Like, well, my message is for everyone. Not really. If you're writing to reach everyone, more than likely you're not going to reach anyone because we connect with the specificity. We connect when things resonate with us, when we're reading it and we think they are talking to me. So someone listening, someone reading wants to hear, they want to read those exact things that are in their life. So you need to know, who is this message for? If you have, for example, a testimony about overcoming a divorce and the pain and struggle of walking through that as a Christian. Well, someone who has not experienced a divorce, that message is not going to be for them. Okay. So, are there ways in which that might help them maybe prevent experiencing a divorce, help a child or a loved one who is going through that? Absolutely. But write it for that one specific clear audience. It will do you so much good if you take time now to sit down and truly prayerfully think about, who am I actually writing this for? Who needs to hear this message? And let God tell you exactly who needs to hear this message, so that when you're typing, you have them in your mind. Name them. Maybe their name is Sally. And, Sally likes this particular drink, and on Tuesdays, this is what she's doing. But more specifically, this is the pain that Sally would give anything to fix and to stop feeling. And here has how God has given me the ability to walk through that. And so I want to share with you what he did that helped me move through that pain, so that, Sally, you can move through that pain as well. That's the kind of specificity that you're wanting with your audience, so that you know exactly who it is your book is meant. Number 3, sometimes you just don't know how the publishing process works. And that's fine. Look, anytime you're brand new to a new field, you're going to have a learning curve. There are going to be things that you need to know. And it's so easy to get lost in that publishing maze. I can't tell you how many writers give up because they just don't understand how to move to the next step. Like, they have a finished draft, but they just don't know what to do with it. Like, do I self-publish? Do I go traditional? What on earth is this thing called hybrid publishing? People are telling me pay for to get my book published. Other people are saying if they're asking you for money, you should run. I don't know. I just need somebody who's been there to tell me what I need to do. So here's a quick breakdown. I have a whole training on this that we'll put up on the YouTubes one day soon. But for now, here's just a quick breakdown. Traditional publishing. This is great if you want a publisher's backing, and it's very competitive and requires a strong proposal. Traditional publishers are a business. So if you don't have a proven product with a proven market and a proven audience, it's not likely that they're going to take that risk or that gamble. So you would then have to have an even stronger proposal as to why they should take a chance on an unknown commodity. Okay. But they will, and they do sometimes. And some of you have a proven audience and a proven product that they might be very willing to take that chance on. Others of you are saying, that seems like too much. Like, I don't want to deal with all the rejections and having to find agents and having to query all of that. I don't even want to talk about what all that involves. I just want to self-publish. And that's great. You get full control, you get higher royalties, but there's a whole lot more upfront work than you realize. And there's a lot more investment than you might realize, because you are going to need to invest in the same level that the traditional publishers do to get those same sort of royalty results. So you're going to need to be investing in the professional editor, professional cover design, marketing, all of these things that come with that traditional publishing package. Now, for me personally, I think self-publishing is fabulous, and I cheer for those indie authors. But I need you to know, the ones that you're seeing that are successful, they invested highly in making sure that that product reached the level of the traditional publishing standards. Okay. So then along comes hybrid publishing. You may have heard about this. This is sort of a mix of traditional publishing and self publishing. Self publishing because you have the creative control, the traditional publishing because other people are managing the publishing process for you. But this business model, you are paying the publisher versus the traditional publishing model, they're paying you. Okay. Typically, with the hybrid publishing, you're maintaining copyright, you're maintaining all of the royalties. That's what the benefit is of you paying them up front. Traditional publishing, they pay you through back end royalties. None of these paths are bad. All of these paths are perfectly legitimate publishing options. However, it's very important to understand what the differences are so that you can choose the one that is right for you. So stay tuned. I will go into a deep, in depth training into all of the nuances between these different paths. So once you've picked which one you want, then you have to understand the process. So if you want help figuring out a specific niche, just tell me in the comments and I'll see if I can get you some more information. All right, mistake number 4, you're overlooking the value of editing and feedback. Typically, what makes self-published works seem thrown together is because they didn't invest in this one thing, and that's the editing and feedback that come with the traditional publishing cycle. Traditionally published authors don't just have an editor, they have a team of editors doing various different rounds of editing. You're going to have uh, intense self edits first. Any professional author is going to know the value of good editing. So they're not going to submit anything that hasn't been dramatically self edited first. But they're going to go through developmental edits and copywriting and proofreading. So many things. They're going to have beta readers. They're going to have um, advanced reader copies going out, people giving them feedback on how it looks that are not just your friends and family telling you that this is great. So there's just so much editing that goes into it before it ever reaches publication. So typically, what you'll see is a self published work that was not done well will have been rushed through this process, and people will then notice in the quality of the work that comes out. I would 100% tell you, you must hire a professional editor. If you do that one thing, if you invest in nothing else, hiring the professional editor will make the biggest difference in the success and quality of your book. Mistake number 5, underestimating marketing and platform building. And I would say that in terms of actual monetary success, this is the biggest mistake self-published authors often make. And any new author going into it, I would say almost always underestimates how much marketing and platform building actually goes into the successful launch of a best-selling book. Many Christian writers, in fact, will think, well, if God's called me to write this book, He's going to bring the readers. While faith is essential, so is stewardship. If He's given you this book, you need to make sure that you're doing your job to make sure that it is reaching the readers. Okay? So here's how you fix that. You start building a platform now. What's a platform? A social media presence, an email list, things where you can engage with potential ideal readers before you ever finish writing your book. You want to be networking and making those key connections so that you have a list of people lined up ready to buy the book before it ever even comes out. You want to be sharing your story consistently, offering value, encouragement, and insights that will attract your ideal readers to you so that they're looking for this book, and engaging with them by asking questions, going live like this, and inviting people along with you on your writing journey. Think of marketing as ministry, and you're not selling, you're serving, because that's actually what good selling is. It's serving people by providing them with what they need. So think about, what could you do this week to actually begin creating your author platform? Or if you already have one, awesome. How can you keep it growing this week? I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments. So these are the 5 mistakes that we most often see for new writers. They're not writing consistently. They don't know their audience. They don't understand the publishing industry. Again, that's easily fixable. They don't realize the importance of investing in professionals to help them along the way. And they are not building their platform. So I want to know, which of these mistakes resonated the most with you? Don't just hear it, actually do something about it. Tell me below what action you're going to take to fix this mistake. So before we wrap up, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will be coming back regularly and answering those questions all throughout the week. And if this was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more writing tips, and share this with a fellow Christian writer that you know needs encouragement this week. I would love to chat with you more. And if you need that one-on-one inspiration, I have a link below in the show notes so you can schedule a book call for 10 minutes to help you get started. Looking forward to talking to you more in the comments.